Alright, after a great deal of money spending, we got a good bit of parts ready for putting back on the bike, along with the bits that we've taken off early in the box and stuff. But these are new parts, like engine gasket kit, air filter, kind of service parts, chain sprocket, small sprocket, rear brake pads, front brake pads. I got a piston because the old piston was a bit shot. I'm not sure the make. Like, I looked up all the different brands, and they're like, people are going on about like Vertex and like Vossner and all these brands, but like the prices of them were fucking ridiculous. Like, you're talking 120 quid for a piece of metal. So I got the Meteor one for, it was just under 60 euro, and I took it out and had a look at it, and it looks perfect, and the rings are perfect, and the gudgeon pin are grand. So it's all it's above board, like, and all the rest of the stuff I got off Wiimoto. Thank you, Wiimoto. And that's the engine just out. And what other bits have I got? I needed a bit of fiberglass repair kit and stuff like that to fix up a few holes and scratches and dents on the fairings. And I'll have to finish them up in the next couple of days. And I got a set of tires. I got the wheels off, and they're spray painted. They're orange, and I got new wheel bearings, and I got new tires, so they all have to be put back on in the coming days when I get them back, all reassembled. Derek, that's not too bad. Alright, on the right side you have the oil feed pump for the carb. There's an inlet and outlet, and then they come through here. I have a cover over there. On the lower side of it you've got the water pump, and the case and the gasket. I kind of cleaned it up a bit. It's still a bit shit though, but they're good. I checked them. They're that's pumping away. I have to readjust this when I link it back up, because it hooks up to the throttle cables from your right grip for throttle the carbs. All it's rated, like its speed is changed for how much the engine requires. And then I took the water pump out. The seal's fine. They're all good. On the other side you got the gears. These are plastic driven gears for the top one is the pump, bottom one is the water pump, top one is the oil pump. I'm just thinking the water pump is very stiff, but I think that's more so because it has like a plastic seal. I don't know if you can see in there. The black, like, it's like a cylinder going through. It's just to seal the water side of it from the oil side of it, because this will be oil inside here when it's running, and that on the other side of the drive is water. So you know, I've been mixing. If the pump doesn't have too much damage on it, the tear of it's shit. I might just give it a lick with a bit of sandpaper or something. But they're okay. The gears are good. They don't look like they're very damaged. The teeth look all fine. They're moving fine. This is the clutch release. So when you have the clutch, pull the clutch on this thing, you know. Yeah. This the release bearing rides on this little kind of, what you call it, a cam, I suppose. And as you pull the throttle cable towards yourself from the seat, this travels out. You see it moving out. It should move back in as well. It goes in and out. And push on the release bearing for clutch, but my release bearing is fucked, so I got a new one. I must actually check that. But that's going on. So I got the new release bearing and the old release bearing. You can see them. This is the old one. It's kind of blackened. It was making a bit of a squeak. It's not too rough, but I think it's moving axially. I think the inner race is moving a little in and out. So I think maybe the balls are a bit worn in it. Gauge looks alright. Doesn't sound too bad. But I'm just going to place it in here because I have it off. And it's got 25,000 kilometers on it, so I'd say it's old enough to chuck. So it's the right size. It just rides in here. This rides inside the center of the clutch like this. Just push it. Oh, don't want to fork it in there, but it goes in there. And then when you hit the clutch, you push that cam out, and that rides on the inside of this bearing. So this thing, because it's stopped, holds the bearing while it rotates and speeds up with the clutch and the wheels on that shit. So that's take a bit of force. So it's not a crucial part. You know, you can hear it squeaking in cars a lot. So this one's Gonzo. added to the collection. I got a new piston too, so I'll give that an old inspecting. This is the old one. This is the new one. We got a new gudgeon pin and new wings, new splits. I got a new top end bearing and there's the old top end bearing. So, consider like they're all probably the same fucking size, I assume, so they all fit like their kit. But it looks pretty similar, it's like the exact same. I'm at the current stage assembly where I'm putting the right hand crankcase on, and it took a while to figure out which bolts would go which places, because some are long and some are short, but I made a bit of template anyway, and went off the manual a bit. So fingers crossed this all goes together well. I cleaned up the surfaces, I got some Loctite for the bolts, and I got some seated gasket maker, and everything is in place. There's no really timing because I didn't do too much with the main gear, drive gear, so it's all good to go back together, so let's go for it.
Ask you a question, man. See if you know what's up. Think this. Who fuses the music with no illusions, producing the blueprints? Clueless automator, defy the laws of nature. Electronic monolith, throw a jam upon the disc. The futuristic loop it with the quickness. Hyper producing hydrogen fusion liquids. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. Who's that? The mastermind. Collaborate with time-consuming reprogramming. I apply the flow cannon, the combo so slamming, atomically reconstruct the whole canvas. His logic impressed, a hypnotic effect. Yeah, Latin patent, you could call it a gift. Man, he all in the mix, nuclear physicist, genetically tailored every bit of this stimulus.
The day the walls of the cities will crumble away, uncovering our naked souls. All start singing, shouting, screaming.
The mastermind. Psionically, bionically, forget how you feel, especially formulated. The rest of you fornicated, it takes more to make this. He juggles variables, unparalleled propulsion to carry the load. Neurosurgeon, the purest virgin, conducting currents, musical Merlin. He shine like Sterling. Watch automator draw a laser of a higher intensity and instantly miss a beat, create a symphony. Who's that? The mastermind. Who's that? Time for me to dead daddy. Who's that? The mastermind.
Alright, bit of an update. I got the forks back on the front, only to realise that the steering stem bearings were notched from having it hanging up the way I had it going through this. I had it hooked underneath the top of the yoke, and it was pulling up against the bearings, and from sitting up like that for so long, I have it going through the frame now, but for having it sitting up like that for so long, it just kind of notched into the bearings. So I got the top bearing off, I took the nut off, took the cap off, took the top of the inner race of this bearing out, and all the ball bearings that are inside it, and then I had to hammer out the outside bearing, and then I got the hammer out the outside bearing of the lower mount as well, but the inner race is still stuck on the top of the steering stem. So I'm gonna get a Dremel here. I got a little Dremel, so I'm gonna just get that and kind of give it a nick in, and hopefully just cut it enough through that I can bail it off, or maybe get a primer and prise it open or something just to loosen it, because the stem itself is tapered. As it gets down to the bottom, it's wider. Well, you can't really make it out there, but the top bearing is usually handy enough to get off, but the bottom is a interference fit, so it's pressed on. So as you can understand, it's obviously more difficult to get off. So we'll give it a go. After a bit of hammering and chiseling with a big ass chisel, got the inner bearing off, and the cut did well to kind of expand it a bit, but that's off now, and now the top's all off, so I'm going to get new ones of them, stick them on and work the force back on again. Just a quick recap on the weekend. We got a good bit of work done, but nothing really went on the bike. Everything kind of just got assembled around it and cleaned up and sanded down, and as I said, the yoke bearings, the steering stem bearings were notched from sitting up, so I ordered 2 new ones of them, and I should get them by tomorrow, but it will be a few weeks before I tackle it again. But at least the next stage will be full mechanical reassembly, like nothing really aesthetic. I won't be putting on fairings or mirrors or anything like that, but get the wheels on, brakes on, suspension all on, engine back in, and all the accessories like air filter, carb, all that stuff should all be able to go back on the next time I come back down. Brakes, electrics, everything like that will be done. So within the next, I'm hoping, month, less than a month, 3-4 weeks, I'll have it all back together, and the fairings will be away getting painted. I finished up sanding the fairings down there yesterday, so once all sanded down and all the tail and everything's back to primer and the very first coat of paint, so they're good for prepping. And got the wheels back in one piece. Lovely colour, lovely tyres, looking well. They look nice with the shocks. The gold forks came up pretty good. Getting the steering stem bearing off, I put the video of it earlier, was an absolute balls. The bottom of it is very tight, but I got it off eventually, cut it off. But looking well with the gold outer cylinders, so can't wait to see what it all looks like back together in one piece. So fingers crossed that all happens within the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So I'll put up another video after this, but probably will be the last one of the NSR, so I'll probably be selling it on after. So if you want to buy an NSR, hit me up.